Good morning, it's Michelle Alcorn from Atlantic Canada Cooks, and it is Canada Day celebrations. We are so excited for you to have taken the time to join us and watch this video of great memories, Canadian food, and all the people from the many countries over the last 3 years that have come in to enjoy with us. We will see you again in the following week with some great recipes, barbecue, and more coming up. Thank you so much and enjoy today.
Good morning, everybody. It's Atlantic Canada Cooks. A beautiful coffee. Look at that. A nice glass of Bailey's mug. So there's two things that
brief glance at what I just did.
Please. Hear that, John?
Now it's on there. See it?
Yeah, tell everybody what it is.
It's a lemon pie.
So there's two things that there's a lot of globally around the world. This would be another Irish original. There's so many people now. My mom, Helen, as many of us know, and we're so excited because it is seafood week. So it's week 149. Can you imagine? No. 149 weeks. It's going to be coming up on 3 years. We're extremely excited and we love seafood. And here in Atlantic Canada, it's a big deal. You know, we're on the ocean, as you know, with Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, New Brunswick, Newfoundland, all of our Atlantic provinces have the blessing of having great seafood. In Atlantic Canada, we get excited about a lot of things, okay? Spring is one of them, but maple season, everything changes. Menus change. Rosalind, remember from her years, all of a sudden, these extra maple recipes land on for specialties. It's been incredible eating across the whole region, isn't it, Heather? I think I might have gained 5 pounds in the last week just experiencing an extra recipes. But each week we feature recipes. We've got 6 incredible ones today, but there's a friend of mine, Heather Fraser from Explore Nature's Beauty, and Heather is about to take the most incredible adventure, and it's part of our, can you grab me the map, Mom? Part of our Discover Albert County's maple piece, and I've got another one with the map open. And it's showing our really cool region. We posted this on our Facebook page, but Heather's got an adventure and she's going to be taking and talking a little bit about what goes on in the sugar woods. And if I know Heather, she's probably going to share a few health facts with you that are always very important about maple. I'm going to get my day started with a beautiful coffee. Look at that. A nice glass Bailey's mug. So there's two things that there's a lot of globally around the world. This would be another Irish original that so many people are extremely well aware of. So always nice if you want to start with a little bit of that. So look at that as it goes in and around and makes that coffee absolutely great. So I'm going to enjoy a little Bailey's in my coffee to start my day off. So cheers to everybody. It's delicious. It really is. This is when you get excited that you do know what you're doing. There we go. They're beautiful. You can see they're nice and golden brown. Perfect. See how they just popped up? Just enough each. They smell amazing. I'm gonna put them over here and let them cool off. Who likes asparagus? I wonder if there's some great asparagus fans on here. Heidi, are you an asparagus fan? I see Shinobu nodding. I love asparagus. My mom, come on over and talk to the smile and talk to the camera.
A few pieces.
A few, but she always likes the ends, like everybody does. When I was visiting, so asparagus is growing across Atlantic Canada right now. We like to talk about what's growing and what's happening here. It's incredible. This is fresh local asparagus. I couldn't fit more than that in my great maple syrup runs through my veins cup because the size of these asparagus, look at this. They're absolutely huge. We're gonna be making a grilled cheese. Hopefully that is grilled cheese is maybe around the world. Hi, butter from Morocco. Grilled cheese, especially in Atlantic Canada, it's a big deal. We would usually have a beautiful grilled cheese and tomato soup in Canada. So we're just talking about nutrition. We're going over our menu, and we're of course having some laughs about lots of snow this week. And I've seen Shinobu just came in from Japan. So she's had all the weather in the South Shore since she's arrived, to be honest with you. You've really had like audibly warm days, very cold days, rain, snow. So Lunenburg and the South Shore is looking pretty beautiful right now, as it is across Atlantic Canada. And look at that beautiful apron again. Shout out to Cheryl from Taylor's Tartans. So you're seeing New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland. Oh, sorry, Prince Edward Island. There we go, New Brunswick's down here. And we're gonna be talking about Prince Edward Island too, because we get these amazing mustards. This one, I hope you can read it. It is a wake up mustard. It has coffee in it. So I thought I'd be using that with my breakfast sausage I'm gonna have. Are you ready to go over to your kitchen? You can share a little bit of what's going on. There we go.
Michelle, while you're looking, just have a brief glance at what I just did.
Please, share that, Joan.
Well, it's on there. Can you see it?
Yeah, tell everybody what it is.
It's a lemon pie, and it has eggs in it.
So Roz, why don't you tell us a bit of what you've got going and your prep board?
Thank you, Michelle. Welcome from Lunenburg, Nova Scotia. So this is my first time cooking in Lunenburg. So it's a new setup, so I'm kind of getting myself used to things. But I'm making a shepherd's pie. It's a staple in my family, so we love shepherd's pie.
Talk about these wonderful. I know, Shinobu, I hope you've had a chance to taste these. I know Kelsey, we were talking to one of our teachers who's just immigrated from Colombia, but she's originally from the United States. She had tried them, loved them. They are called fiddleheads. And my Aunt Rita would know all about those, and Joan, and anybody put in the chat box, Holly, if you wouldn't mind typing the word fiddleheads so that people can see how it's spelled. They only grow for about 3, maybe 4 weeks of the year, depending on the region. They grow by fresh water beds and they grow wild. Shinobu, we recognized you as one of our star female students, and she's been studying with us online for 1 year through last year, and she's just arrived in here in Lunenburg, and we're so excited to see a brave woman take on her own and come around the world to study. And that, hi Christina, another brave woman who jumped on an airplane around the world to study. And we just want to acknowledge that International Women's Day is so important. And Nasher herself, she's going to be graduating from St. Francis University this year. And again, just examples, look at the 4 of us, of brave women who did things that were a little different. And staying healthy and staying nutritious so we can keep doing that is such an important part.
Talking about the healthy foods, we have to understand the pyramid food. The pyramid, they give us the very good advice, and it's divided in the section for the food groups, and each group have to recommend daily. So at the base of the pyramid are the bread, the cereal, the rice, and the pasta. So and then just follow up to the vegetable. It's more vegetable, it's more protein, or some of.
Those are amazing facts to share. I've got a few posting, but you did it eloquently. And so for all those students, and especially our students at Atlantic Canada Language Academy, definitely beating that chocolate. And you said So chocolate's got a big significant thing. Right now, especially in Atlantic Canada, it's pretty cold. Actually, all of Canada's pretty cold right now. So hot chocolate, that's another one of those things that just makes you feel really great. And I have seen these in many countries around the world. They're also great little gifts to bring. But I picked this one up yesterday, it's called Campfire Cocoa. And so I thought it would be fitting to have a little hot chocolate for my beverage this morning. What's fun that they have in this is it's made with marshmallows in it. So there's also some little baby marshmallows. So right now, this is a hot pot. I've got it on a hot plate in front of me. And I started with some butter, 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of flour in the bottom of the pot. And I had to constantly stir it because you don't want to burn it. And I built what was called a roux. And then I added a cup of chicken stock. And I let it simmer until that mixture got hot. And now I've slowly added, I've already stirred in a 1/4 cup of Parmesan. And now I'm going to put in the cheddar. And if you see, the trick to this, because the liquid's hot, is for me to keep stirring. It doesn't still need to be on the stove at this point because the liquid is really, really hot. So basically, and now the cheddar is fun because it totally changes the color of the sauce once I add the cheddar to it. And as you see, it's slowly melting. So I've got 3 cheeses in there. I've got Parmesan, I have old cheddar, and then I actually put some habanero Monterey Jack. We're a great supplier at the Moncton Market. So we have those beautiful Brussels sprouts and that lovely broccoli. See, look how nice and rich and green they still are because we steamed them and that we didn't boil them. So we kept all that beautiful flavor in. So now the piece de resistance, that's what we want. Look at that. You wonder what I am gonna have for breakfast? You're seeing it right now. So depending on how much cheese sauce, you can just look, you can see it sticking to a little bit to the end of the spoon. Remember, when you use the cheese sauce, it is going to tighten a little bit. And there we go. This is now almost going to be like having a bowl of soup, but I'm excited about that. So there's your broccoli and Brussels sprouts with a beautiful cheese sauce. My mom is going to talk about some deviled eggs. And I have to look up where the term deviled eggs comes from. So I'm going to do a little quick research on that. And so come on over here in front, Mom. I am going to let everybody know that I am boiling water to put my noodles in the background. That's the only thing going on behind. All right, Mom.
So I have 2 hard-boiled eggs that I boiled last night. Took the shells off this morning. Now I'm going to split them in 2 and take the yolk out. So I'm going to do that very carefully.
Why are you doing that, Mom?
So I want to take the yolk out. There's 1/2. And I'm going to take the yolk out and put it in a bowl because I'm going to mash up the yolk.
She's putting the yolk into this bowl here. And I got that egg. There we go. One of the things that's really key with this is you'll see what Mom's doing. It is, there you go, nice and perfect. Want to show them what you've got there, Mom?
Yeah, I have an egg cut in half. And the yolk is still in it. Whoa!
Did you see that? Came right out. Look at that one, just perfectly, Mom.
You just had to squeeze it and it popped out.
I love soup.
Oh, yes.
So that pot is hot. You want to just take it out for a second? It's just smoking. We're going to use it in just a sec. So I was warming up the pot because remember, when you're cooking, you always want to remember to make sure that you put your ingredients into a warm pot. And the reason with your oil heated up, because we do not want to drop these onions and garlic in and have them soak up the oil. We want to cook them in the hot oil. So I've got a soup pot on medium in the back, some olive oil in that. And what I have cut up is 2 sort of medium-sized onions, 5-minute chocolate cake in a coffee mug, in the microwave. Seriously, at night, you're sitting around and you want comfort food. We're gonna show you a great little thing. I remember I had a friend of mine show me these years ago, every once in a while, and I brought them over. So this is the mug that I'm choosing to use. So let's make your new favorite little at-home chocolate cake when no one else is around. And you just said I made a cake and I ate the whole cake last night. But it also is a really fun one to do as an activity because everybody can put their ingredients in and each line up at your microwave and wait their 90 seconds for their cake to be ready. We're excited to show you. So we've got our fish and chips ready. I am going to cook the potato fries later, so the sweet potato ones. So you have to follow up on Facebook to see those ones. But we've got this beautiful fish and chips that has that as our turnip chips, right? So we've got our beautiful turnip fries. Look at the great roasted color on those. And I was just taste testing when they're hot. And then the beautifully cooked fish here on the other side. And we'll just put that open and you can see how beautiful that is. We get the lighting right. So a very nice healthy version of fish and chips that I'm looking forward to having. But obviously it wouldn't be complete without a little extra. So I'm gonna mix up a little bit of a tomato pico de gallo to have with this dish to finish off our episode on healthy, nutritious meals. But the other thing that'll be nice is there's our beautiful carrot soup. You can see probably little bits all pureed. I'm gonna top that carrot soup with a couple of green onions. And remember what we said is taking that beautiful finishing sea salt and to put just a couple of sprinkles on the top of that. And really can get the camera so that you can see that. And you can actually see some of the rose flakes in it. And we'll get a good picture to be able to show, but the soup tastes delicious. So that's a carrot and coconut pureed soup. So you can imagine that there is a nice combination. You know what we're having for lunch.
So let's continue the pepper recipe. So right now, these are seasoned and we need to get the inside grilled because remember, we're gonna stuff these with this beautiful feta cheese mixture that we have here. So these are gonna grill for about 4 to 5 minutes. Some are bigger than others. So just wanna remind everybody that we're putting those face down. And we've just got a little bit of an olive oil mixture. All's well. See you back for the other side. Michelle with Mom. Say hi to everybody. We're back here with Mom started.
We're going to start doing our peppers that we didn't do this morning. We've already grilled the inside. Now we're going to add the feta. Oh, that looks good.
Right? Yeah. So how long is this going to take, Mom?
Oh, it won't take any more than 3 or 4 minutes. Just till the feta starts to melt.
Oh, wow.
And it doesn't take long. And they're so good.
That looks amazing. So at this stage, we're going to turn the grill down just a little bit.
Yes.
And we're going to close that so that feta bubbles up. Stay tuned for the final peppers.
Take care.
So from our kitchens to yours, thank you everybody.